Okay, after I won 10 million from the Cheka 2 competition, I was I was a player. Look, I'm skinny, but I can play. I was a very bad player. Let's say 7 women in a week. My uncle wanted to become a priest, but due to his heavy drinking, he was thrown out of a seminary. Now he's a kindergarten teacher. From a seminary to a kindergarten teacher. Surprisingly, he still has access to little kids. Yeah, so I did it and people were like, yo, be careful where you're going. You're gonna get killed. But I didn't even mention names. I just did a skit and then I'm like, plus I didn't know who I was pointing when I was doing the skit. But after I posted it and people were like mentioning names, I'm like, oh shit.
What gender does Leonardo identify as?
Okay. And the only way I could prove my worth to people was to be something. I was really smart in class. I'm still smart. That was a green light that I'm special. Yeah, imagine being skinny and dumb at the same time. I mean, you're nobody. No brains, no bones, nothing. Yeah. So I was smart in class. That all you need to have is a technique, a strategy to get money. Money is there, and there are times that you won't see money at all. But if you come up with a strategy to get that money, you're gonna get it.
What's 648 times 5?
Okay, it's 3240.
Correct. Let me get a difficult one.
Okay.
You won 10 million.
Yes.
How did you spend that 10 million? All of it. Welcome back to MYOD podcast, the podcast that inspires you to shape your future. Today, we have a very special guest. He's a comedian, a very famous comedian in Tanzania, and he's going to tell more about himself later on. But if you're new here, please like this video, subscribe. If you're the OG, keep following us for more interesting content. This guy actually won 10 million T-shillings, and that's what I'm very interested about, because as you guys know, on this podcast we always talk about money, finances, and investment. So stay until the end so that you will know how Leonardo spent all that 10 million. Did he invest it and turn it into 100 million, or did he spend it all on women and enjoyment? He's gonna tell us the full story, and I'll let you be the judge. Leonardo, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am perfect.
Came very far from Kinondoni up to here.
Yeah, but I saw, how do you say it? MYOD?
MYOD.
MYOD. Yeah. Not MYOD?
Not MYOD.
That's even easy. MYOD. It's easier to say MYOD than MYOD. It's a great podcast. Yeah, I looked it up on Instagram. Very interesting people here. Okay. So I thought, okay, I should be there because I'm interesting too, I guess. So it's a great podcast. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. You know, actually, I used to be a very big fan of you.
Used to?
Yeah.
Not anymore?
Now I think I've graduated. I'm an AC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm more than a fan, you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know about you, can you please give us a short story about yourself? Like, who is Leonardo and how did you get started into the scene of being a comedian?
Okay, my real name's Leonardo Butindi. I'm a stand-up comedian, water resource and irrigation engineering graduate. I graduated in 2021. I'm from a Jita tribe. I'm 26. I have a son. His name is Laszlo. I have 2 siblings, a big brother and a little sister. I was born in 1998, 25th of January. What else? What else is there to know? And okay, I was skinny. I've never been fat. I'm always skinny. I've always been skinny from my childhood, and people were laughing at me at school, home, everywhere. So it was tough. It was tough. It was painful to be the skinniest dude in the house, everywhere. So I found it. So I was trying to get a defensive mechanism of how to protect myself when people were laughing at me, right? And the easiest way I could find at the time was to be funny.
Okay.
People were laughing at me, and I was trying to find any flaw they have and make it funny and talk about them. Maybe if you have a big head, if you have big eyes, I would laugh at you.
Yeah.
And I was the class clown. I was a backbencher. You know how backbenchers are.
Yeah.
Always making fun of teachers, of their fellow students when they when they do anything stupid. So I was the class clown. But so I'm naturally funny. I have that sense of humor. But when I was after Form 6, after graduating Form 6, when I was waiting for results for going to college, I was spending time watching movies,
Okay.
a lot of movies. And I downloaded this, which I thought was a movie, but it was actually a comedy special by Eddie Murphy. It's
Okay.
called Delirious from 1983. So I was like, okay, my MBs are gone. I have to watch this. So I watched the movie, I watched the special, and after that I was like, I think I can do this, because I thought I had that sense of humor. But what remained was that touch, magic touch. And Delirious gave me that magic touch. And after that, I started writing jokes. And then I went to Punchline. And then I went to Cheka 2. And then here I am. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, what else is there to know? Yeah, I have a son. Like I said, he's 2 years old. My education history. Okay, I graduated standard 7 at Kilakala Primary School, Form 4 at Morogoro Secondary School, Form 6 at Galnos High School in Tanga.
Okay.
And then college at Water Institute in Dar es Salaam, Ubungo.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the end of my education history.
That all?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, I'm sure there are a lot of people who are watching here who want to know, what gender does Leonardo identify as?
Okay. All right. I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not into LGBTQIA plus thing. I personally don't support them. That's a tricky thing to talk about. Okay, I am not pro homosexuals, but I respect them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I even wish my son to not follow the gender thing. Yep. So I respect them, but I don't follow them. I don't believe that you could have more than 2 genders. So I'm a guy. I'm a male. I'm an alpha male. I'm straight. Yeah.
And you don't entertain any
Yes.
bisexual thing?
Yes, but I respect them. It's your views, but I don't want my son, my daughter to go through that path. Yeah.
That's good. And as you said, it's your opinion.
Yeah,
So-
it's my opinion.
So let it stay your opinion. We don't want anyone to get cancelled
Yes,
because of MYOD podcast.
just opinions. Just opinions.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive issue right now. So, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I know Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian became famous and became a billionaire because of a sex tape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Ray J.
Yeah, and there are a lot of Tanzanians actually right now who are trying so hard to release their sex tapes. The likes of, we have seen a few days ago, the likes of Aslay, we have seen the likes of Lukamba, the likes of Gigi.
Yeah.
They're all doing those sex tapes so that can probably become the next Kim Kardashian. That's how people rise to fame. But you, my friend, you picked a very different route. So how did you rise into fame that right now everybody knows you?
Well, not everybody, but maybe most of people who use, let's say, social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I'm a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, I started doing comedy at Punchline in 2019.
Okay.
Then in 2021, one of my friends advised me to start doing, because I was doing English stand-up comedy, and then my friend advised me to use Swahili. And it's like, yo, you have fans, because it's a Swahili nation. As you can see, there is Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda a little bit, Congo, all these countries use Swahili very well. So there is a huge market that you're missing just because you're using English only.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me try. And then I tried. At first, it wasn't easy because your comedy is all about culture,
Yeah.
right? It's easy for me to do. It was easy for me to do English comedy because I know a thing or two about English culture, pop culture, Americans, Al Jazeera, BBC, stuff like that. It was easy, and in English, all you have to do is like there's these rules that you have to play with when you're writing jokes. So it was easy for me to learn. But with Swahili, you don't really have to use rules. It's all about telling your stories.
Okay.
It's all about relatability. How do people relate to your jokes, to your stories? So what I had to do at the time is to grasp that change of culture.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Swahili, but the change, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I tried for a couple of months, and then click, it was easy. And then I went to this competition. It's called Cheka 2 Comedy Search 2021, and I won the shit. Is it okay to say shit?
Yeah.
And I won it. It was in May. It was in October 1st. Yeah, I won it, and so all I could say is that the only thing I had to change at the time was to grasp that change in cultural relatability, I can say, because I had the confidence, the stage confidence. I had everything from punchline, because I was doing for 2 years before changing it, flipping it to Swahili. So yeah, it was easy. Yeah. And then after that, I became famous because as you win a competition which was aired at Wasafi TV, which is one of the biggest media platforms in the country, obviously you get to be known, right? My social media were flooded by people, fans, followers, and then after that, all I had to do was keeping up with the contents, So yeah, it wasn't easy though, because at first I was just a stand-up comedian, right? And now you have to keep up with the contents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met this manager called G Viper. We fell out after a couple months, but he helped me get into that mindset of shooting contents. Yeah, so I thank him for that. So as these contents that you're seeing these days are like the epitome of what I've learned from him. Yeah.
You started doing comedy in English,
Yep.
then you moved to Swahili. So what are the benefits that you got when you're shooting in English and right now you're doing it in Swahili? What's the difference between the two?
Market.
Okay.
It's easy for me to get known by a lot of people if I use Swahili, but it's easier for me to get beyond borders if I use English. With Swahili, I can get known. I can get to be known by Tanzanians, Kenyans, Congolese, and anybody who uses Swahili. But with English, it's a worldwide thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the difference. That's the only difference. But as they say in Swahili, mcheza kwao hutunzwa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I build a basis of fans from my country, it's even easier for me to go outside because I'm already proven here.
Being a creator is very difficult and it's very challenging. Most people don't understand the time that we as creators put into thinking, coming up with ideas, executing, editing it later. They just come to the comments and start talking shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They don't know how much time and money we're putting into it. So you're a creator, and by the way, I love your skits on Instagram.
Thank you very much.
They're very nice. All the time when I watch your skits, I'm instantly engaged, and I watch all the way to the end. Always, that's the way that you get my attention. You understand? So how do you do that? How do you create? How do you come up with those ideas to bring something nice like that?
Um, okay. Currently, I have a crew of like 4 to 5 people. I have my manager Stanley. I have my videographer, Panther, Jerry Mamiro. That's his real name. Fuck you. There's Yekiporo Jamal. That's his real name. And we have like guests, actors and actresses, but the 4 of us are like the package now.
Relationship.
Yeah. So they help me. But what I do is I'm trying to have every second of the skit.
Yeah.
All I have to do is get your attention. Every second that you watch, all you're trying to do is get your attention from the first second to the last second. So if you're a follower of my contents, then you must see that I have so many punchlines in a single video, like 10 to 12 in a 3-minute video or 2-minute video. So many punchlines. So I'm a punchline guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and my friends help me, my coworkers help me to give the best in every video that we shooting. So I can say that that's my only weapon. Plus, on top of that, the more relatable the content is to the people, is the more funnier it's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah. So relatability and punchlines, those two are my biggest weapon.
You said a word punchline.
Yeah.
What is a punchline and what does it have to do with your content?
Okay, you love my jokes, right? You love my contents.
Yeah.
Whenever you laugh, that's a punchline.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't a coincidence. It's well written. It's I did research. I passed to these people. They crashed some of them. Nah, that's not funny. So whatever you see, there's the punchline. Whenever you see something that makes you laugh in a video, it's well researched. It's agreed. Yeah, that it should be there in the video. So yeah, that's a punchline. Whenever you laugh, that's a punchline. Okay, in comedy, let me put it this way. In comedy, there are like two things, let's say, that makes up to a joke. So there is setup, and then there is a punchline.
Okay.
A setup, let's say a setup. Okay, let me find a joke that I did. Let's say a setup is, my uncle wanted to become a priest, but due to his heavy drinking, he was thrown out of a seminary. Now he's a kindergarten teacher. That's a what?
So you wanted to?
My uncle wanted to become a priest, but due to his heavy drinking, he was thrown out of a seminary. Now he's a kindergarten teacher. That's a setup. I know. Now here's the punchline. From a seminary to a kindergarten teacher. Surprisingly, he still has access to little kids. Now that's a punchline. You get it, right? So a setup drives you this way. A punchline drives you that way. A punchline should be like a misdirection, an afterthought. Yeah.
Wow.
Was it too dark?
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope we won't get cancelled.
No problem. No one cancels a skinny motherfucker. I'm already cancelled.
You know, most creatives, they get exploited. Yeah. Either it's comedian or it's artist. Whoever it is, most of them get exploited. And I remember one of the very famous saying by the former president, Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete.
Yeah.
He said, ukikubali kula,
Lazima uliwe.
lazima uliwe. Yeah, but it works, but it has to be fair. I remember last time I was talking to one comedian. His name is Hamis Mdee. Shout out to Hamis
Mdee, my nigga.
Shout out to Hamis, man. He's a very funny guy.
Very.
So he said that there's one company that contacted him to do jokes for them. But then, at the end of the day, he didn't want his content to be shared online. I won't mention names.
I know that company.
Yeah, but that was what happened.
Yeah.
Which is, it's okay. There are a lot of people who don't want their content to be shared online. For example, we're having an event coming on 20th July with Vusi. And actually, in the contract, he said it that I'm going to own all the content that's going to be shot. So we are not allowed to record. We're not allowed to share his content. That's how it works. Yeah, so when Hamisi told me that, I understood it very well. So you work with a company called Cheka too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your comedies go viral like crazy. People love them. People love you. And myself, actually, whenever I go to Cheka 2 page, I always scroll to find your face, watch. I'm done. Sorry, others. But yeah, this is what it is, right? Yeah. So,
Thank you, though.
what is it like for you working with Cheka 2? And how has it influenced your career? And do you think that you're exploited or not?
Okay, Cheka 2 helped me big time. Massively. Because I joined them in 2021.
Okay.
And even before that, Cheka 2 was big.
Yeah.
It was the biggest comedy platform in TZ, and it's still the biggest. It's even bigger now. So it was easy for me to get known to a lot of people just because I'm in Cheka 2. Okay. Yes, plus I'm funny too, so it's even easier that way.
Yeah.
So I respect them for that. Okay, come to exploitation. Currently, I don't see any exploitation. Okay, let's say with the issue of selling content. It's either you choose. They use your content, they publish them, and you get known to a lot of people, or they don't, and you don't get known. Yeah. Yes, it's you to choose. And okay, if I come to a time where I have to do a special, right, then at that instance, I have to tell them that don't post this, don't post that, because I'm preparing it for my special, right? But currently, yes, this year I'm planning on doing a special. Let's say after August, maybe October, maybe November, but it's after August. But currently, if I'm planning on doing a special, I'll tell them don't post my stuff, don't post my contents, because I'm preparing them for a special. But if I don't have any plan on doing a special, it's okay, because the contents that they put out there help me to get more fans, more followers, more recognition, and respect. So that's how I deal with content and exploitation. Okay, as a comedian or any other artist, you have to know your worth. You have to study. You have to read a lot, because it's not easy. And as an artist, sometimes we say, okay, I'll just write jokes and my manager will take care of other stuff. But no, it's not supposed to go that way. You have to be the manager. You have to be the manager. You have to write your jokes, manage your jokes, manage everything. You have to know everything if you want to go far, if you want to be consistent, if you want your rights, if you want to own your masters. You have to know everything. So I urge every artist to learn the business, not just the creative sense, just even the business sense.
Okay, actually, you said something very important. Like, as a creative or as a business owner, you have to know every aspect of your business. And that's why I always tell our audience here that you have to know everything. Even us here at MYOD Podcast, we started just by ourselves. Like, we used to go and turn on the camera, sit down, set up the sound, go back, edit it, do the colors, market it ourselves, post it ourselves. So we know from A to Z. And then later now, we have started hiring other people. As you can see, you have a director, we have managers and stuff like that. But the most important thing is you have to know every aspect of a business. Yeah, for example,
It's big now.
yeah, you can tell your editor, I want you to edit this video for me, and it will tell you 10 days. If you don't know how to edit, you'll believe. Yeah, but if you have been there, it's very difficult to take that. You say, no, man, I used to edit for 5 hours. Why are you telling me 10 days? Are you lazy or what? You have to work on your shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone who is watching, I encourage you, know every angle and every corner of your business before you start bringing new people in. Otherwise, you get cheated, you get your shit stolen.
I remember my bosses at Punchline, Evans Bukuku, was urging us to, because I used to come late. If the show is at 8 p.m., the arrival time is always like 6 p.m., but I used to come at 7. And he was nagging me, and he's like, you have to be here before 6 because you have to know how the lights are done, how the microphones are done. You have to know everything, not just to come on stage and do your jokes. No, it's not about that, because someday you're gonna own your own comedy club. So you have to know everything. So yeah.
There's one skit that you did which is my favorite. It ends like, I just mentioned the end. It ends like, Shabani unapoelekea tutagombana. Like that. Really made me laugh like crazy. If you haven't watched it, go and check a 2 page or Leonardo's page. You'll see that skit. So out of all the skits that you've been doing, which one would you say that is your favorite?
Okay, I love this joke. When somebody wants to break up, even if you do good things to them, they turn them into bad things. Yeah, you text them unaumwa nini, and they read it as unaumwa nini. I love that joke. I love it. Yeah, I have plenty of jokes that I love because I have many good jokes.
Like, how did you come about with that? Are you struggling with relationship? How is your love life look like?
Okay. Shit. Okay, by the time I did the joke, the unaumwa nini joke, yes, I was single. My baby mama left at the time, so I was in pain, actually. So I was leaving the joke. The joke was made up, but I was going through pain at the time. It was one of the darkest time of my life because I used to live with my baby mama and my son, but at the time they were gone, all of them. I was all alone, me and my friends and my jokes. Yeah, so from experience. Yeah, it was all from life experiences.
How about now? Did she come back?
Oh yeah.
She came back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's good for you.
Don't you want to ask why?
Why?
I don't know. Can you guess?
People are motivated by 2 things, I think. Yeah. It's either money or love and hate.
Love and hate.
Yeah, so it should be among those. Or you should let us know what was it?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. I can't say anything because she's back.
Yeah, anyways. Thank God she's back.
Yeah, but shit. Let's not talk about love. It's a bit complicated. But I have okay, she's back, but I have another girlfriend that I love. I'm like in dilemma now. Yeah.
Yeah. Was she there before she left?
Okay, before she came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Should I say her
So
name?
now you have 2.
Yeah, her name is Winnie.
Okay. Yeah, Winnie, if you're watching this, I hope you're still winning.
Yeah, yeah. So let's go to next question. Kaniroga nini?
You know Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
No. So Dave Chappelle made a very huge mistake. He attacked the transgenders,
LGBTQ.
the disabled, the gays. Yeah, just because he said he loves punching them down.